you don't have that, you know, intuition and all the memories of the good times and bad times with the hero. It's kind of like, yeah, it is just like that, you know.
It certainly is. Game 1, guys, of Entity versus Beast Coast. I'll call it the SA mirror matchup because it has a Stenny coaching Entity from that SA background that he has. And for Beast Coast, man, they've dropped 2 games so far to Entity in recent events. Even more if we go back in the long history of Entity versus Beast Coast. But they're looking to change it here. They finally banned out the Darkseer. Still let through the Spirit Breaker, and we'll see once and for all. Is the Spirit Breaker unbeatable? Does it need to get moved up the ban list? Or are Entity going to wish so badly that they had a Darkseer to pair with it and get ran over by this, hopefully, early Beast Coast lineup? I mean, Beast Coast, they got out of a pretty good lane here, especially the mid lane. We haven't seen a whole lot of the Sand King mid as of late, but I'm looking at somebody who's going to burst these creeps, probably do a lot of damage. And speaking of some damage, Watson, I think, took more damage to a sticky bomb than the God's Rebuke, which is not often that happens.
Yeah, right. TB starting the lane with 9 armor, as we see. They are also doing the same thing Gabby was doing. It looks like they're going to block the enemy wave. Yeah, definitely. As he's able to dodge the sticky bomb there.
Yeah, I mean, completely sectioning him off here. I mean, the techies, this is over towards like the camps, right? Like, he's pretty far out right now, gonna get slowed up, trying to toss out the bomb. Watson's still on top of him here. Somebody's going to get this first blood. Do they give it to Watson? Oh, the blood grenade! The blood grenade kicked him out. No!
They tried.
They did. Poor guy. Terrorblade. He wanted it so badly, but they'll still get that first blood, giving it over to Crystal Maiden before they even hit the wave. Now, I think he still did lose some creeps out of it, but honestly, actually, since he didn't get the last hit, maybe that actually was still worth it in some ways versus the Terrorblade.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world, seeing as he lost the entire wave for it, so it definitely has a cost attached to it. That's a lot of XP as well. Yeah, definitely never great as well to give out free first blood to
No. You definitely would have rather it not happened if you're at Beast Coast, but you can definitely cope it up that it wasn't the worst thing in the world.
But hey, I can respect the confidence that they have. They were also able to get the big camp because of it, so not all bad here.
Oh, no one. Instantly getting rid of that sentry as well. So I feel like we're going to see a sentry battle in the mid lane. And the fun part about the mid lane is there's no support centering down usually. DM? Oh, 1 hit. There we go. Moves, picking it on up. Kata Iome not able to really protect him there, but getting a lot of bashes. Oh my goodness. 1 more?
God damn.
Oh my goodness. Weaver,
I'm not sure if he would have lived anyway, but I feel like there was a chance.
Yeah, turning around for that was definitely crazy. I guess I don't mind the reset happening before DM gets back in, but it's still a little bit weird to stay on in that.
Oh, Elmisha in trouble once more.
If he dies again here, I mean, salve? High ground miss? No. Gets the deny on the salve. Fishman just going to continue to run it down. Can he get the deny off these creeps?
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice job. This is supposed to be a strong lane, right? The techies, we thought it was going to be able to pressure up pretty hard. It's versus a Crystal Maiden, where you outrange, and also Terrorblade, who hates magic damage, but haven't really put on the pressure yet.
I mean, it's a great matchup. I mean, this techies was a counterpick to the CM, but I think one mistake leads to another, right? And now he's just way too far behind in terms of XP. He was still level 1 at that moment, so he's not able to bully the CM as he maybe should.
You can see here, they even get the Lotus now on Watson, so Ling going pretty well for the moment here, spearing him away. Now that sticky bomb was on the Crystal Maiden, and the spear was on Watson, so a little bit of disconnect here in the off lane, and El Micho gonna get ran down by the Terrorblade once again, dying. That is his 3rd death in this lane. Very hard to keep up pressure in the off lane if you're losing your pause 4 that many times.
Yeah, I mean, they're just trying a bit too much, right? It's like, at least the first and the third goes, it's just unforced errors. You know what I mean? Like, the second one, hey, maybe you can't do much about it since you already made a mistake, but this time it's like, yeah, they're a bit too eager.
It feels like it's their own pressure, right? Like they died twice and then they're like, oh, okay, we really need to get something done in this lane. We've died too many times.
Oh.
And then you die again because you're trying to make that move, you know?
It's a classic. You just try to overcompensate.
Yeah.
You die the first time because you try to be a hero, and then you want to be the hero that saves it as well.
Gotta make up for your mistakes, you know? You couldn't hear it the first time, but you could the second time. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work out. Thankfully, topside, you see Pyke here actually getting some pretty nice CS, even versus the Underlord. With the pressure they put on here with the Weaver, I mean, it's a pretty nice lane. CK is one of those weird, like, enabling safe laners where you have heroes like AA and Phoenix and Weaver that typically aren't kill threats, but with that one stun, and especially the drag back of the Reality Rift, all of a sudden, be really pressured.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, also, one thing top lane that happened earlier is that, you know, typically what you see in these double melee lanes is you always go for the second wave, the wave pool, right? But because the Weaver is so strong, he's got the Shukuchi now and the Geminate level 1 already. He's actually too strong. Like, the Spirit Breaker just weren't able to do it, and from that, they're just able to get such a good start for beastcoast top lane and even killing the M1s, right? So, good job by them.
It's a hard place to be if you're an Underlord and you're wave pulling. I know that he has some matchups that are a loss, but it's hard. Your hero does love to just kind of like throw the waves in, get the pulls behind. When you're not able to do that, it feels like you lose a lot of the strength of the hero on the laning stage.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, bot side, it looks like the CS is starting to even out. Mars is a cool hero with nukes and stuns that even if you win the lane early, he's still able to clear later on and still get his net worth. So Vitaly, you know, double bracered up, probably going to see a solar ring coming out soon. He'll recover from the rough start that they had here.
Yeah, I mean, the Smash is going to do okay, but, you know, Watson is getting to the point where he doesn't really care anymore. Like, he's just going to start pushing these waves out with his illusions and getting jungle creeps. And, you know, Mars techies, they can't do that much about it. Like, even dealing with his illusions, you know, it's not that simple. You're going to have to spend a lot of mana and never mind threatening the tower, you're right?
Oh!
Done by nothing.
I'm surprised they only caught him on the first one, but now with the tree throw and the toss, moves to pick up another kill. He's 2-1 right now on the Weaver. He's having such a good time, man. He was at what, like half health? Maybe even more, like 70% health?
Yeah,
and that toss just took him all the way down.
It's a toss and the tree throw with the swarm on top.
Yeah. Uh-oh, Vitaly getting charged up here. They brought in plenty of people, tried to time the charge, wasn't able to get it. I think Vitaly still falls here underneath his tower. Big hit, they get the kill. Kanayomi to pick it up here. Now Omisho paying for the sins of trying to help his boy. They get doubled, and now, well, this is Kanayomi setting up here for the Wisdom Rune as you get the good bash. Lumpy already used his stun here.
Does he get the bash? Oh, he got it! Oh, I thought
he got one?
Too early.
Oh, but he got it. Then he gets the kill. Vitaly pretty happy about it. They almost got the rune down here as well, but DM was one to pick it up. So the core is coming around to help their poor old supports get that wisdom.
Yeah, definitely good moves from Entity coming out right now, you know. DM also reading the play that Kataomi is rotating bottom, so he has the responsibility of getting the wisdom, able to get it. Unfortunately, Kataomi doesn't get the enemy one, but hey, he's making the tiny. Wastes a lot of his precious time.
You can see here, I'm surprised that the net worth isn't in favor of the Sand King here. I mean, you think about lanes that you just get to push in, nuke the entire thing. It feels like Weaver versus, or Sand King versus Tiny would be just that. And oh boy, under the tier 2 tower, Entity trying to turn around DM, even though he tosses out the Firestorm, they'll lose Moose, sure, they may even lose Omisho. It feels like it might not be worth the trade 2 heroes away for DM, but you know, Beast Coast, they're happy to take some cores out at least.
Yeah, why not? I mean, actually, so far, the Tiny and the CK, they have really, really good games, so keep playing around them, you know, let this Mars recover on his own, and I like it. Just keep enabling the CK and the Tiny, and, you know, CK is a hard carry in a sense, but he's also a hero that you can actually play around, especially once he gets that armlet, you know, he's not a weak carry. He's more, for me, he's more of like, if you would have to compare him to a similar carry, it would have to be like a Gyro or something, you know what I mean? You said it's also like the enabling carry. It's not the same, but the same category, if you know what I mean.
No, I get it. It livens up some matchups and maybe some support duos that you don't typically get to see in other lineups. You can see here Vitaly Man's got like half the net worth of Terrorblade, but he's gonna try. They do have the toss up, trying to nuke him down. Need to be careful. Time the stun so that they don't get the Sunder off. Do you have the damage now? I don't think so. He should be able to get the Sunder. In fact, if he gets close enough to Lumpy, could just take away all his HP. But they're coming out on the CK. Pike offered his body up, but he didn't get the stun in time. He just dies, and now Watson able to turn this one around. Still low, still no Sunder, but the team has arrived. Vitaly gonna get walked on down. I am astonished here. Oh, the toss. Oh, okay, Lumpy still gets the kill. Oh my goodness. And poor guy, he's gonna get ran down too. He does get the return kill, but Lumpy, unfortunately, not enough to keep himself alive for now. In fact, they're gonna lose 4 heroes. Oh no, only 3 now from Beast Coast. Straight away, really only for the Terrorblade. Not the greatest of all trades, especially knowing I think they had the chance to get that Terrorblade kill.
Yeah, I mean, they got him in the end, but it was very costly, right? I think everyone played it so well here on Beast Coast. They were able to kite him out for so long, you know, not overcommitting their spells, really holding this spear so long. And, you know, they don't have Ava toss ready here, so they're not committing. Pike also, he's coming in here on the CK. He has the right idea, but unfortunately he tries to burst his TB, which is just, it was never going to happen, right? The CK is way, this TB is way too tanky, so if they had just
I'm surprised
waited,
you tried to do that without stun. Like, you have to wait for your stun on CK to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, if they had just been slightly more patient there, waited for the toss, I think they would have gotten the TB without any trade, really. So, but nonetheless, they have the right ideas. They just need to make it work a bit more because, as we mentioned in the pregame, they still need to keep up the aggression in this lane. They can't afford to slow down too much.
Not at all. And you can see here, man, Pike, he's having a good time, but his poor offlaner hasn't had it. Vitaly has a lot to come back from. The Spear Breaker actually about to get more net than him, and no one has really pumped up the farm. Top net worth now on the Sand King, and you can see, as he said, just going right in for this Bloodstone. No bounty castle needed.
Yeah, and Fishman, he just walks up and places a ward in the middle of the tower, so that's gonna be a free ED ward.
Well, they haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he meant to put a sentry, but you know, those sort of things happen sometimes. When you go to LAN, you use a certain chair or a desk or you know, whatever. Misclicks happen, you know.
It's true.
Okay.
Oh, Avatos plus the blast off. Fishman is just gone. But Mars, this guy has struggled so much. Please don't kill him again. Oh, poor Vitaly. He's having such a rough time out here. He's about to get eclipsed by the Spirit Breaker net worth. I want to say it's okay because, boy, you're always that arena. Arena Spear doesn't have to have a certain amount of net worth for it, but you got to come back eventually.
Oh, they're going to stop Karom here. But
well, are they? I mean, they're going to stop him.
Lumpy might pay for this.
Right? You're going to stop him, but I don't know if you really want this. Did you really want this smoke? Lumpy, feeling the pressure now, has to toss up, trying to get the kill on Karyomi, but they don't have the damage. And now Lumpy just trying to evacuate if he can. Looks like Moose goes down on the other side, so it makes things even worse. Toss, can you get it? Yes, a kill maybe? Oh my goodness, he gets Karyomi at the very last second with the toss. I mean, honestly, really well done from him, but still, they lost 2 other heroes somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that you can get the toss like that before the charge hits. But yeah, like you said, it's not the fight you want, but at the same time, you also need fights in this game.
Yeah.
Because
you need something.
Like, you see this Sand King, he's going for the Bloodstone. And then you're gonna have this TB, and you're gonna have the Underlord getting auras. Like, you're just gonna have so much for the CK and the Tiny, and at some point you're gonna run out of damage as well if you're Beast Coast.
Yeah. Eventually they'll catch up. They'll find out that your Mars actually has no items whatsoever. That'll be really hard for you.
So
man, not even going for the epicenter just yet. Wow, I had no idea actually.
That is interesting. I've not seen that before.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I was like, I had no idea that was the build. I thought that spell was still pretty cool.
I mean, I know the Max Stinger is a thing and Max Sandstorm, but I didn't know it's
yeah. Techies instantly throws down the bombs. Unfortunately, they did not walk into it. They'll live for now. And oh, they even forced a time lapse out of Moose. He's trying to get away from this one. He doesn't have it. He'll go down as well. Fishman picking up the kill. It's 18-8. Entity have just run this through since the laning stage, and you're really feeling that you don't have an offlaner right now on Beast Coast.
Yeah, it's rough, and He's gonna die once more here in the bottom lane.
No, oh my goodness, they just portal down to him.
Yeah, if you think about it, this combo is actually crazy. You just charge somebody across the map, and if you realize he's alone, you're just gonna use the Underlord ulti and get a kill every time, right? So essentially, Beast Coast cannot afford to split up whatsoever.
Yeah, and man, I know why you're going for the Orchid build on the CK. It's very typical, but I feel like a Manta might actually be more important for you right now because you need a way to split this map where you're not putting your body on the line. Otherwise, the Spirit Breaker will just continue to charge you. And this was a first pick. Like, they knew this was coming for Beast Coast, but they just don't have any way to really cleanly push waves without somebody really, being available for a Spirit Breaker charge.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I think he's gonna need both. Honestly, like, he's gonna need more damage. He's gonna need more split push.
Yeah.
So far, he's actually doing all right in this game. It's not him that's the problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's farming well. He hasn't died a ton. Unfortunately, the life whenever your team is this far behind, you do just need everything. You need that extra damage.
Yeah.
You need that extra split push.
And only sure it's having such a rough game. I believe that's the 9th death to him out of 20. So.
Oh. He's just taking it for his team, you know?
Yeah.
If he dies, that means that his team isn't dying.
That is true. Sometimes you have to be that guy. It's very typical when you watch Falcons win all these events and they're behind. They just park snaking in the mid lane and he dies a bunch of times. But it means that their team is farming, right?
True.
The key to it, though, is that you die on the enemy side of the map. And, it's costly, for the enemies. If it's just a simple kill with, like, 2 heroes just right clicking you, it's not.
Yeah. I get that for sure. Hopefully Techies is going to be able to keep it running down that bot lane then. I feel you got to get something going here soon. We do have Blink available to Tiny, and he is nuking down the Crystal Maiden, but that only lasts for so long. Eventually, Fishman, he'll actually have the items to live, and he'll be quite sad. Oh no.
It does so much damage. Oh, now no time lapse.
It does. Yeah, no time lapse. Already used the charge. Did use the blast off actually from Techies, but I don't think you're saving this guy. He is gone now. And then Fishman actually able to dump the ulti and to get the kill on Elmisho, man. It just keeps on coming. Watson gonna try to run down Vitaly, who's essentially another pause 4 here for Beast Coast. It's hard right now. I'm not sure how you want to take a fight because currently a Terrorblade walking down your 2-2 tower just 16 minutes in. You can't let this happen.
Yeah, the map is completely entities, and when is the response gonna be? I'm not sure. Like, they're thinking about setting up something with the mines there, maybe going for a toss into it. That's definitely a thing. One thing they have going for them in the mid to late game is the arena can be quite useful, right, into the TB. So if you find ways to deal with the Sanking and the Underlord and the other heroes apart from the TB, you might be able to have a chance, with this arena protecting everybody with the walls. But that's about it I can see, Because if you're not opening the map, killing towers, it's gonna be hard to keep up the farm, and it's only gonna get worse, against these flash-farming heroes, as we mentioned.
Right? Dude, you were not kidding, man. That Sandstorm with the Bloodstone is bonkers long.
Yeah.
They hit both those camps entirely for free, and now no one. Gonna show himself for a second here, but right, like he does have something. I don't know. Oh, here it comes.
They don't have the pit on just yet. They need 20 seconds, so that's what it's waiting for.
Okay. Let's see. I thought for sure he'd just go in there and kill him himself, but I suppose he's more lifesteal than he is really damage at the moment.
Kind of, yeah.
But mid lane. Ooh, they're trying to get a fight going here. Lumpy get caught out for a second, but Blink Arena
what a stun
does
from no one.
3, but no spear, and the blast off. Yeah, they get a few. No one. He's trying to keep this away for a while. Techies will eventually fall, it seems, but they did end up losing Fishman to start. If they can get away, maybe only losing Vitaly, it's not so bad.
I believe they're gonna keep going here on Entity. Kadomi survived. Maybe
did. Really well done on the arena, but even better from the Sand King, immediately stopping them. There was no pin to the wall.
Yeah, it was so fast. That's the only reason Kadomi lives ultimately, so really nice job by no one. And of course now we've got the Atos pipe on the Pit Lord, and we're gonna looking for the Greaves, so all this damage reduction.
Oh, Oh, the Pavis. It's enough. Fishman is alive. They tried to get the kill. Moose wants to finish it off, but now he's rooted under the tower. They'll lose Lumpy. The illusions, they're not even enough. Moose has no more mana. He'll fall as well. Man, it was just supposed to be a pause 5. It was supposed to be easy, but they still lose 2. And now they'll even go to the top side. The Spirit Breaker never rests.
Yeah, they're not stopping. Alnisha's gonna die once more.
Is that 10 or 11 for him now?
That's number 11.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, gotta feel bad.
Yeah. And you can see here, I mean, as you said, you're now focusing on tossing onto the target instead of tossing up the target. And they had it, but just 20 HP, a physical barrier protected. Now the pipe coming in from the Underlord. You just never had the damage to kill this Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't even kill the CM with your mid and your 5, I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. That's definitely showing, like, we said that how the Tiny needs to really be the burst damage to kill this Terrorblade. If you're not killing the Crystal Maiden, you certainly aren't killing him. Going for a BKB next on the Tiny as well. I don't know. In my head, you just need to wrap that damage up. The BKB is cool for you living, but what's it matter to live if you don't do anything when you're alive?
Yeah.
In Dota.
There's also gonna be a Scud in soon on the TB, so I mean, there's just so many problems to deal with, right? It's like, even if you press the BKB, sure, you're gonna survive the Sandstorm and the CM and the Pit Lord, but then you might just get Scotted, and you can't really BKB TP out because you have a Spirit Breaker following you, and yeah, I agree. You need damage, but at the same time, like, if you don't have the BKB, can you really hit them?
That's fair. I don't want you to hit him. I want you to go in, have a toss, and run away. I don't know if anything happens after that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. A little bit of a stalemate here with the Tormentor, huh? Okay, eventually the Sinner works it.
They got the shard on CM. Very cool shard. Very underrated.
Yeah, able to walk around, right? That's what's going on?
Yeah, you can jump.
No, that's a Crystal Column. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can jump across ledges and stuff, and this ability just helps you flash farm as well. You can suddenly one-shot waves, and
it takes a lot of mana to do it, though, right? Because you typically want to use a clone and then you Crystal Nova it.
Yeah, or you can do it in a way where you just, like, the way you do it preemptively on a wave that is coming towards you. So the creeps will aggro to it, and then we'll frostbite all of them.
Let's see. Well, 8,000 net worth lead right now. So far, Entity, they haven't really considered the Roshing, but I think it's in a similar vein as we saw in last series, where just isolating the map is enough for you right now. If you go into Roshan, it's going to take forever. You may as well continue to just shove Beast Coast away, get the items that you need, and then you can pressure towers really without the Aegis if you feel compelled.
It's kind of a good general rule of thumb for this is, like, if you can take the Roche and then translate it into objectives when you're ahead, it's gonna be good. But if you're in a spot where, like, you're leading, but you're not ready to go for objectives, like take a proper, like, formation fight, let's say, then it might just be a waste of time getting the Aegis, because then you're gonna reset the quick waves everywhere, and then you're gonna go back to playing cat and mouse. But here, they got the Scotty, they got the item timing ready on Watson, so they're just gonna get the Aegis and then go club down these towers, and then it's up to Beast Coast to do the responding.
Yeah, no, I mean, being able to force those towers, right, that's going to be the biggest thing. It still takes a while, I'll be honest. They are probably losing a little bit of the net worth lead from this. But as you said, I mean, you've got 2 towers right in front of you now, this tier 1 and tier 2 bottom. So honestly, Watson and crew can probably just run it down, make sure they get the both of them.
Yeah, the good thing for them is that they have this Underlord and they have this Spirit Breaker. They can grab the, the shit waves, let's say, if they need to.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Having something like that, both a Spirit Breaker and an Underlord, just means the rest of your team is able to group as much as they want. And even when you get to this point where maybe Beast Coast are split pushing, it's so easy to just send one hero away and be like, okay, we'll just deal with this wave for 30 seconds, and then we'll be right back with the rest of the team.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see. Now they're gonna try to use the Aegis. No one has it, and he's gonna catch Elmisha once more.
This is on the other side of the map. This is technically Entity side, just barely, but it counts. Oh no, that's not the guy that you want to sacrifice his life. Like, turn around the silence,
nice
but he
touch.
doesn't have vision. Oh no. Kaiomi just gonna continue the charge now. Gets one bash, forces the BKB out. Now he waited for the first bash to do it, but the charge still hits him with the bash. Spike will try to turn around with this one, but he doesn't have it. Another kill. Spearbreaker just making moves for everybody on his team.
Yeah, what can you do? You know, you see this Sanking running at you with Aegis. He's got the Bloodstone. He's also got the Shiva. There's no way you're fighting this guy at this moment. So you're just gonna have to sacrifice Misho, and then Kaiomi, he reads as well, going for another kill immediately, as he understands that, you know, Beast Coast is not ready to fight, and they end up getting the CQ as well. So now they're ready to pressure tier 2 and tier 2 top, it looks like.
Yeah, and Moose trying to cut a little bit, but even if he did cut the wave, tower's already gone.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Kaiomi instantly TPing. This is like the best feeling ever when you're playing a +4 setup here, or like a Clock or SP. You know your team is winning, you can always be the guy playing alone, setting up kills, and that's just what he's gonna do right
through. Yeah, I mean, you do have, oh no, I was gonna say, he does have the time lapse, but he doesn't even get a chance to use it. Instant in with the ulti from the Spearbreaker, and again, even though it is on the other side of the map, Watson and crew feel so strong right now. They don't care that their supports are on the other side. They're still able to do this all by themselves.
Dire's top tower has
Yeah, and they might even go for the high ground here.
You know, this lineup, when you got the Metamorphosis coming through, I feel they could do it. All the area control from no one as well. I don't love the hard commit just 25 minutes in. It feels like with the arena and the BKB from Mars, you could be a bit surprised. But so far, I like the slow siege, just sending the illusions out, seeing what happens.
Yeah, the key here for Entity is they need to be all together when they do this. So play in the Sandstorm, play with the Greaves Aura, play with the Pipe Aura. If you do that,
Now this is committal.
you might lose the CM, but okay, good enough. Nice hot spike.
They bring him back. Watson, he's on the high ground. Here comes a Sand eliminating Misho. Surely they've locked down the Terrorblade, but he's turning through. He doesn't even need to use the Thunder just yet. He'll go down the first time, but your team on your own high ground, Beast Coast, they lose the CK. They don't have a Tiny anymore. Vitali's getting ran down. They tried to take this fight. It felt like it was all or nothing, and it turned into nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good try, good target as well, right? Like getting the toss back on the TV, but as it turns out, like their time has kind of run out. Like they've given away the Roshan, they've given Entity all the time in the world to get all these items, and it's just hard to fight at this point, right? We talked about it in the pregame. Their timing is so good, and they're gonna get there if you don't stop them because they have flash farmers. And for Beast Coast, it's not the same. Like this Mars, he doesn't scale if he's not getting killed. Same with the Tiny. So
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Just sieging all the way. I mean, Entity, they have played this damn near perfectly. Their lanes certainly went really well for them.
Has fallen.
They then turned this into an advantage for the TB, just sucking out all the map. And at this point, with how global they are, Underlord and Spearbreaker able to be anywhere, just cutting isn't enough. Terrorblade is able to take these towers in an instant if you're not careful. Toss back again. Sanking's a good find. There's no Agnesceptor, so he's not stunning in the Sandstorm, but Pyke doesn't have the damage. Now Chris evaded just in the midst of the tier 4s, throwing down the ulti, and they even rooted up the CK. Oh my fish, man, how did you walk away from that alive?
Dire's middle tower
yeah, I mean, I'm sorry to say, Beast Coast fans, but this one is looking tough. You know, what can you say? They're even gonna go for the throne right here without the Metamorphosis.
Yeah, they feel so strong. Still have Aegis for another 10 seconds. I know the Beast Coast, they're waiting to see if they can take a fight with the Aegis, but they've yet to kill him once. And Moose, oh no, he can't even get into the base. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. That's it. GG. Game number 1. Entity are forceful. They continue their streak against Beast Coast. It's 3-0 right now in Riyadh Masters. And they had some cool stuff going maybe early on.
Much everybody can scale on their lineup, and it's gonna come down to execution.
Yeah, the execution certainly won't matter here. Beast Coast, they're feeling it. Felt a little bit of pressure from Entity in the play-in stage. They're feeling it now in this group stage series, but they want to even it out. Entity, on the other hand, they're looking to finally break out of this middle of the pack. So many teams have been locked in here at 2-2. They could propel themselves up even into the ranks of the 4-0 and 3-1, I believe it is Tundra. and Extreme. So hopefully they can get themselves up there. If not, Beast Coast will hold them down, keep everybody even, and extend their hope in this group stage. It looks like we're just looking to split runes as well. Probably not going to do anything crazy this time, but it might be a fight bottom.
Yeah, looks like they're thinking about it on Beast Coast. SF is playing very scared up top now, so this looks like it could turn into a fight.
The battle begins.
Oh,
Oh no, Moose is probably
who's
gonna...
walked up?
Is he dead? It's gonna be close. Okay, okay, they got the reflection.
I
Still.
think with the reflection,
Yeah,
yeah, that's going to be more than enough
But-
here. They will throw down the Firestorm. Well done. Honestly, knew that they're going to lose one, made sure that they could get another, and really beat down this Terrorblade.
Damn, that was closer than I expected. Almost turning the first blood for Beast Coast there. So,
Huh?
and obviously Watson having to start the lane now with like 30% HP is great. He doesn't have tangles also.
30% HP, and as you said, getting beat down already as this wave gets pushed under his tower. One more Firestorm, honestly, could be his death.
Yeah, great start for Beast Coast considering the fact that they lost first blood. This is really
Right.
The small camp is also blocked already from El Misho, so if Fishman doesn't get his sentry instantly, then they're gonna be looking at lane control here with the TB that is gonna have a hard time entering the lane.
Yeah, and that's our lesson here today, kids. Never get first blood. Only pain. That was really a good job, especially knowing what happened last lane, right? They felt so much pressure here. Getting this instant early start for yourself has got to relieve a lot of the pressure that Vitaly was feeling. Ooh, nice double stun in, honestly, from DM, but this is what you planned for, right? We wanted to play into the Sand King. That's what the whole purpose of this SF pick was. And this only gets better as time goes on, right? Gonna get more souls on the SF, gonna get the lifesteal likely from the sidekick. Things will just get better and better, and bot side, man, El Misho actually turns around still for the scatter
nice
the cookie on two, kind of baiting himself out. You know that Watson wants to turn around, try to hit you, but Vitaly picking up the double kill. It's not just the early trades, it's now instant kills in the lane, and then top side they'll get DM as well, firing on all cylinders right now for Beast Coast.
God damn, Beast Coast definitely went to wash their faces because they're stepping up, you know? Like, it's not every day you see this Pit Lord getting the W level 2, but this timing
true.
works out so well.
Yeah, maybe that's what we should be seeing more whenever it's you know, the Snapfire. We see Snap sent, you get like stun and nuke, and well, a root and nuke is pretty much the same. Oh, Misho, does he have another?
Oh,
No! No shot! Oh my goodness!
you know the script.
Oh, poor Fishman.
You know the script is the same, but the storyline have changed. Fishman chasing El Misho in the early game, but this time El Misho actually, you know, he's making Fishman pay for it. Like he's wasting his time entirely. So this has
That
to.
was a huge time waster.
Yeah, this has to raise so much confidence if you're Beast Coast right now already.
If there's one hero to do it to as well, I mean, Vitaly, he's got 2 points in the Firestorm. He's already, you know, as you said, he's got the root as well to kind of protect himself. He's perfectly fine sitting here and waiting for the Snapfire to show up again.
Now Fishman still, he barely hit level 2 now, but yeah, things are looking good right now. Look at Sand King CS as well. 4 CS against the 14 of SF. Actually out to
Good
9
lord.
his last hit, so.
That's rough out there. I mean, yeah, this SF lane is only going to get worse for them, right? So much damage. It feels that the Sand King, because of this change to the stain, it should be a little bit better maybe, but no, still feeling the pain right now on DM. And level 3, this is the power spike. You've got the stun, you've got the rebound, you've got the lifesteal. It's the sampler always for Marcy. You never really go too far into one spell.
The El Misho going for the rune here as well. Flash Rack desperately needs it in a matchup like this.
Yeah.
Looks like he's
And,
gonna get the top rune though.
Happened last game where we saw whenever an offlane started to win like this, there was a lot of rotations into the mid lane. And here comes El Misho, right? You're able to. Underlord can survive all by himself. All you have to focus on now is make sure it's a win in the mid lane.
Fishman up top.
Ooh, Yeah, they brought a few. They're bringing the boys here. They have a stun still on the Sand King, trying to TP around. It's a nice jump through from Moose. Cookie connects as well, but this is under the Sandstorm. This isn't your fight to take. Karaomi, a little bit more. They get the kill. Now he ended with a double, and all that XP, all that gold ends up funneling into Almisho. Still getting the kill on this SF is well worth it.
Very nice move by Fishman, I have to say. He realizes that they can't really do much in the bottom lane, so what's the next best thing? Next best thing? It's definitely going top. But as we see, Watson might take the L for it.
He might. Stun connects. Karaomi, he did get some spirits around. They're fine for now.
Vitaly might be in trouble though.
He might.
I think he said, yeah.
Oh?
And maybe Misha in trouble
he
as
should have
well.
ran over to Roche.
Oh, never mind. Muzi.
He should have ran to Roche and get that deny, and now, yeah, no, he should die here, I believe. Toss back, good kill from Moose. Now Watson with the reflection. How long has this gone on for? Is this 30 seconds yet?
Yeah, it's a while. But I feel like this is where beastcoast thrives, in these type of environments where it's just non-stop action. Oh no.
There's a demon on that high ground up there, buddy. Watson just pops the metamorphosis and waits for his food. Well done.
Yeah, you walked up to the wrong high ground, my friend.
That's a horror movie right there, man. You walk up and it's just instant death.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, suddenly DM has recovered his game almost entirely, right?
Yeah.
So
No, it's looking pretty good.
yeah, and they also got this kill on the pit lord bottom with the Kataomi rotation. So Entity was able to stabilize really, really well here.
Yeah, the net worths have actually looked pretty even now. There's a little bit of separation starting to creep out since it's only like 6 minutes in, but this Phoenix is currently as farmed as the Dragon Knight, the Sand King, and the Terrorblade. And he might get even more farmed now. Trying to TP away in the Dragon Knight, doesn't get away. No one the one to pick it up. Now Almisho under the tower. Beast Coast had a good thing going for them, and all of a sudden, Entity just rip it back away.
That is so unfortunate. Oh, nice stun by DM. Actually,
yeah.
disjointing the dispose stun there. Or
The rebound, got the board.
yeah, the rebound, exactly. Yeah, very unfortunate. Lumpy tried to, you know, get a stun in to grab the haste rune, but he was hesitating a bit too much, so ended up giving away his life for it.
Double stun there. I think they may pay for this one because they disjointed. No, Moose still will live for now. They get the kill on no one. He was pretty deep under the tower, but Underlord gets to get a kill and then run right back into his lane.
Yeah, nice recovery, getting the kill on the Lesh and trading wisdoms. You see they're going for Vitaly. Yeah,
No, Sunder? Do they have the stun? No, he gets out.
very heads up. Perfect TP out.
Oh man, Lumpy is having a rough time, man. 2 times in a row, it feels like this mid lane has just been really hard for him.
Yeah. Definitely not.
I mean,
Oh,
I
he
guess-
might die again here, actually.
Oh no. Guys, stop it. He's already dead. Actually, maybe he is alive. Huh. He could actually live through this one. He's
blocks
got
are
his
crazy.
team
Oh,
around
shit,
him.
what a pitch.
Jump through from the Marcy Firestorm roots. It's all centered there. Even with the ulti from Pyke to center it out for themselves. Gonna get the kill on no one. They will. Almisho in from the top row. It looks like this could be the fight they need. A few more hits onto DM. Almisho to pick it up. A double for the Snapfire. Will Sven get it? No. They'll battle him back with the raises.
Yo.
But, oh, buddy, don't give it to him, please. No, okay, that raise is way too far away. Well done there from Beast Coast. Basically, circles on circles. That'll do it. That'll get you a 1 fight in the mid lane. No! Don't
Dude, they're
tell
not
me
stopping.
no! What, dude, what is up with Fishman and Almisho? They will just never stop.
Yeah,
if
I
somebody's
was gonna
under like 10% HP, they will run to the other enemy's fountain to get the kill.
Maybe there's some pub beef we don't know about or something, you know, because something is going on here with these two. Yeah, both teams super eager to play, super bloodthirsty. It's very nice to see. Look at this pit coming out here.
mean,
And then the Requiem on top as well.
Right? Oh, there's just so much. And Kataomi, he doesn't even have level 6, so it's not like he was really able to offer the egg. And wait a second, is this a replay or did no one die in the mid lane again?
No one died again. It's starting to get a bit concerning for him actually, because Lesh is like a hero where yes, you can play very fast, But if you start slowing down or feeding like this, and then you have to go back for farming after that, like your timings can get all messed up because this is a hero that relies a lot on its farm. Like in this game, I would say he's definitely gonna need a Bloodstone and a BKB to properly play. And so far, like he's getting towards a Kaya, I believe. But he's not even close. He has 300 gold right now with his null magic wand arcanes Windlace. So
Oh no.
you know, and in this draft you're gonna have the Warcry and you're gonna have pipe from DM, but that means DM is not going for the Bloodstone, so a lot of your scaling is suddenly thrown out the window, just because of the fact that you're falling behind when you're doing these aggressive plays.
And the DK has come right on back, right? Like DK was actually way low on the net worth, but all of a sudden after that mid lane fight, he's all the way back in.
And he's gonna have
It's huge for Lumpy because
Radiant's bottom tower
you can only do that on LAN. If it's an online one, you're picking that one right away because you have no idea who wins the click battle.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, with everything that has happened, it was essentially that Entity had the lead. They tossed it away a little bit, but it's still an even game for everybody. I think the big focal point is that right now, my Phoenix is keeping the net worth of Entity in the game. Look how farmed he is.
Yeah, Karaomi once again having a great game. And as we see,
And he's starting these fights. Look at how deep he jumps in right away. Has the egg now if they want to commit it. It's for Vitali. Now, he doesn't have a root anymore. Can't really portal away from this one, so he will follow Watson to pick it up here with the Metamorphosis. And there should be no response from Beast Coast. They just don't have the TPs right now.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's
Yeah,
middle
this
tower
looks like a
is
free
under
tower.
attack.
And obviously a great kill on the underworld as well. Karaomi being the main playmaker as he is for this team. Setting up everything constantly and also keeping them in the network, like you said.
Yeah,
He's going
certainly
for
having a
the,
good time right now.
he's going for the Yule Rush. I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan. I would maybe want to see something more aggressive when you have such a great game, like maybe even the Spirit Vessel.
Yeah, Spirit Vessel or maybe even the Veil. But I think Sand King is probably getting that one. Oh, mid lane. Hey, look at that. It's the stun and the Mortimer's Kisses. It's like exactly as we said during the draft. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, and they didn't even need the Pit Lord, you know, he's getting there, but it just goes to show how many items this Leshrac is gonna need, right? This Warcry is not gonna protect you from this. I think the pipe is gonna help, but it's not gonna be enough unless Lesh has items.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
And you could say, I was thinking like, oh man, maybe he doesn't want to go Veil because the Sand King is going, but the Sand King is going such defensive items. It might actually be up to Karaomi to kind of go for that Veil, Shivas,
Yeah,
and potentially a little bit more.
could be, yeah. I mean, they have three candidates for it. It would be the Lesh, the Phoenix, or the Sand King. All three of them could potentially do it. Just a matter of which items they're gonna prioritize.
Radiant's bottom
It's the Sand King. He's gonna want his pipe, and then he's gonna want the Bloodstone as well. But if you think about it, if Sand King is not buying Blink this game, who's gonna initiate? It's not gonna be Sven. He's not gonna buy a dagger, right? He's gonna go for the shard and some team items.
middle tower has
And Lesh is not gonna do it. TV's not gonna do it. So it's kind of gonna have to be the Sand King. And then that raises the question: how good is Sand King if you don't play like this raid boss Sand King? You know, because that's not really something we see at all anymore.
I'm worried, you know, if he's, oh, I'm worried for him actually. I think he saw it, yeah. He gets to run away for now. Almost a really good initiation, but as you said, like, how do you get on top of these guys? That was just an SF who was farming in the hot tub of as now learned what it is.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you couldn't get the kill. You gotta get a blink dagger.
Yeah, how do you gap close? Even if you're ahead or like, even if you have good moments, how do you seize it?
Yeah.
And now you're gonna have the pipe as well on the Pit Lord.
is under attack.
I mean, he knows that there's somebody running around, but he's also got a teammate coming down to him, so yeah, can't continue the encroachment there on
Radiant's
Sven.
middle tower
Dude,
is
what
under
is it with
attack.
Fishman and running at people?
He's, I don't know what it is, man. He hates heroes on the map. He just wants to kill everybody. No wonder he's a support. He wouldn't be able to hit creeps. As soon as somebody shows on the map, he's running.
That's true.
Oh, no TP cancel available right now for the Marcy.
But
So
this means they're giving up
well,
the
watch the
wisdom,
Senki
though.
tips, right? What?
That was kind of strange.
Now he can just TP away if he. Oh no, he doesn't have TP for a few seconds. He's actually bringing back the Sven into El Micho, now using the ulti. Fishman falls. Now Watson's here.
What's in trouble?
Here
Maybe.
comes the Underlord. The boys are coming. El Micho cancels, not because he thinks the TP will get canceled, but because Vitaly has shown up. Throwing out the Mortimer's Kisses here, trying to go for anybody else. Now, he will fall, yes, but how much is he taking out of the Terrorblade? DM has to get away. Watson's sizing up to try to get Asunder, but he's only at half health. He doesn't want to use it just yet.
Is under attack.
Moves in. Oh, okay. Yeah, just keep on running. I think they were already running, but with that, they're definitely going to continue running.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? You have all these amazing spells. You have the Supernova, you have the meta here, but
Radiant's top tower.
what do you do when they because just run? It's like, all right, you popped your meta. I don't want to fight it. So I guess I'll decide not to fight it. And pretty simple, right? So they definitely gotta need a blink on this tanking. I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, the other way to prevent or like fix this issue, let's say, is you would have to be strong enough to just walk down lanes, right? Get the Roche and just try to end. And this might be the way that they're gonna try to play this game, but that means you're gonna give up a lot of space on the map for Beast Coast to farm. And I don't think it's gonna be that simple to just walk up and end this game. There's a lot to deal with. There's Firestorm, and there's, you know, potential pulling back at the Requiem, Snap ulti, all of these things. And right now, I mean, the game is dead even, so there's no thinking about, you know, just death balling it up right now.
Yeah, I think the only silver lining, I don't think this is necessarily good for them, but Pyke is going for the more physical damage SF. Whereas I think if he did go for like the Blink Yules, there wouldn't be a lot to kind of stop in this game, right? There's no BKB piercing disable. As soon as you blink BKB Yules, like that hero is just dying. But I do like the idea that, like, so you do have a Marcy on your team, right? You want to scale with your physical damage.
Yeah, I mean, your point is true, but I think if he would go for the magic, then who's gonna do the physical damage, right? Then it's only the DK, pretty much.
No. It looks like they are trying to take down DM. This is basically his attempt at stifling the map, hoping that his team gets some farm while he does this. If he lives, great, but the idea the whole time, he was dying there.
Dire are scanning.
Fishman,
They're gonna
he
try to
might
set
be
up
able to
on
start something here.
Vitaly here, yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
I think they actually have the tools to do it this time.
Yeah,
Metamorphosis down, big stun, Vitaly, he's out of there. And Watson, happy to pick that one up. He is still top net worth, despite his team kind of getting worked around the map right now. He's still getting all the farm that he needs. And now moves. Oh, a little bit of danger. Phoenix with the slow, tossing the Fire Spirits as well. Even gonna Yules, this is where that setup works. And with the Stormhammer, no one has a DD still. And they'll get themselves a kill. But oh, the Mortimer's gonna get them Phoenix, actually. They can't! He's able to get the egg off! And the Mortimer's Kisses, they don't even take down no one! I mean, they just took something good and made it into something great here on Entity. They grabbed themselves a lead in the net worth, and they've killed 3 across Beast Coast all over the map.
Yeah, it's just a chain reaction pretty much, right? Like, they lose a bit of focus, Vitaly dies bottom, and then they go on Moose, and the reactions were a little bit slow. I'm pretty sure they could have turned it if they were just slightly faster. And then, you know, they try to finish Kadomi. He doesn't die, they get the egg down, and turns into a disaster pretty much for Beast Coast.
Yeah, I mean, that's gotta feel rough. Yeah, no, I'm feeling that too, man. Almost had the kill.
Yeah.
Not able to finish off.
It would be way better if Beast Coast just made the first move, I feel like, because they have their cooldowns ready. It's not like they're waiting for something crazy. I mean, it's the BKB on SF, but they can play without him, you know? They got the Snap ulti, they got this pipe on the Lord. DK is also obviously trying to get his BKB, but still good to use your cooldowns while you're farming.
Yeah, sometimes it's just the easiest thing you can do, right? Instead of letting the map go stale, letting the enemy team kind of get everything that they want.
Yeah.
Find out when your big ultis are up and just go at them, you know? Earn yourself a little bit of that map back. Moose starting this off here, using the Unleash, and they'll just work down no one. He does not have the lifesteal to live through that one, and he didn't even have the Voodoo Mask in, actually, so no lifesteal for him. They'll get a kill, and pretty close to the tier 2 tower. It's just still pretty hard to put the pressure here.
Yeah, and as you see, they just, when they combine their heroes, they're strong. So it's not like you have to smoke and run at them. Like, as long as you're together, you're gonna have potential. And the
Power of friendship.
Exactly. The last moment, we just had 2 heroes being caught alone in the extremities of the map, and that's why these things happen.
I honestly really like this people who take this talent on Underlord or this facet on Underlord versus the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think you get like basically nothing out of either one, but this one is a little bit more nothing.
I like that. A bit more nothing. I mean, it's pretty nice. You can farm stacks with it, can push waves, I guess, and I mean, sometimes in fights, the cleave can be useful.
That's true. If you get to, I think the hero kills add a ton more cleave. It's just like to farm with it, you already have to have killed some creeps, so you have to wait for like 1 or 2 camps for the cleave to really start going.
I see. Does it? It only works when you hit like creeps or like units. It doesn't work on towers, right? That wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Still, Entity are holding on to the net worth lead. Phoenix, man, getting pretty up there and going right in for the Hex. I like this. I still wish that we would have seen, as you said, something maybe more like a Vessel or like a Shivas to start off. But the Yules and Hex starting to be a lot more control in the Phoenix, kind of setting up for the team. I like the idea.
Yeah, I like the Hex as well. The Hex is almost never bad in Dota, right? No. So suddenly you have your initiation tool if he gets there, right?
Yeah, and now they have the shard on him as well. There's everything going right for Karaomi right now.
Look at his net.
I mean, they would have. He's so big. He's literally like up there with the Sand King and the DK. Like, I get it. He's pretty farmed up here. And Sven now has to buy his own shard. Poor Fishman at the bottom here. Too busy chasing around Almisha around the map to get his own farm. Ooh, I don't want to say it's the quickest Roche in the world, but for Beast Coast, this is definitely a pretty speedy one. They have the extra damage. They certainly got the armor.
Yeah, I like it. Just get the Roche and start pumping some towers. You might have to deal with this split push coming out of Entity, like this mid lane and top lane. You definitely don't want to let these waves go for free, and you know these illusions are slowly gonna chip away at your towers as well.
Do you just smoke behind on the gate? Or, okay, no, they're just gonna TP out.
Radiant are scanning.
Okay, this works. Push out 1 or 2 waves and then aim to regroup, because right now Entity has a chance to catch them off guard if they're not careful.
Yeah, kind of similar thing to last time, right? They don't have a ton that's able to push waves all by itself. They do have to kind of toss bodies into the waves if they want them pushed. Is there a Manta on the SF? No, okay. That makes it hard, right? I mean, pretty much Underlord is the only one that can really push and be away from the team.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he do be farming. He's got the grease, he's got the pipe. Those are indeed auras. That is essentially the life of the Underlord right now.
You do still need to find a way to get on top of the enemy side of the map, though, if you're Beast Coast. You definitely don't want to play a slow game right now. I mean, you're slowly hitting your peak, like, you could get another item on the SF and you can get the Crimson, but you definitely don't want to play... Oh, no.
That's... is he blocked in there?
Yeah, he was.
What?
He was stuck, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's really fortunate. I feel like if they get the kill on the Phoenix there, they start to run into the enemy triangle, they feel really happy shutting out the map, but instead, nothing happened?
Yeah, very lucky there from Kataomi.
Well, I mean, they're kind of just taking this to farm, and for Entity, I think we walked into Aegis with a 4K lead, and they, well, still have a 4K lead. So Beast Coast, they haven't really gotten anything out of the map. It only takes one lackluster Aegis, and all of a sudden, you feel like you just don't have anything to do on the map. Because Entity, the status hasn't changed. They're just doing exactly what they used to, except this time, well, there's an Aegis on the other team, but we're not fighting them. Who cares?
Yeah, and Beast Coast, really, they need to find a way to get these waves in so they can hit towers. Because soon it's going to be hard, right? When the TB hits the sky, they suddenly... these BKBs, they don't matter as much.
Yeah.
Also, you've got the Shiva now and SK Entity, they're really starting to get their items. Once this Lesh has BKB, I feel like they might be... You know, they're going to be really strong.
Yeah, it's already the Bloodstone, so he's gotten a little bit of sustain. Just needs to protect himself from that extra, you know, lockdown. Marcy does have the BKB. She'll be getting a basher here soon. It's not like the supports of Beast Coast don't scale. I understand why they feel safe with kind of taking this into the late game and being a little bit scared on the map. I just don't feel like you have to, right?
Yeah. I mean, what's happening right now, they always feel like they have to backpedal. It's not gonna do it, you know? Then this problem that you have with the split pushing and stuff, it's not gonna get easier. It's only gonna get harder. The solutions are gonna become stronger, like, you know, Sanking is gonna get more items, utility to split push Phoenix. It's gonna get harder to kill. He might get an A on this at some point, you know, after the Hex, things like that. I think they need to change their mindset a little bit here. Like, not go for kills, but rather think about the objectives. How can we get the waves in so that we can get the objectives? Because when you start hitting towers, that's when you're gonna really get the kill opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it feels like the enemy's dodging you. You have no idea. Like, they won't fight us. They just keep running away. Well, then go to a tower, fight something, but go to a tower together. You know, Vitaly, the team wasn't really around for this one, and all of a sudden, you have lost your offlaner. That's 50 seconds down, and that's essentially going to kite out the rest of this Aegis here.
Yeah, I mean, nice read by Entity. They're just setting up on the vision together. I mean, it's based on this the TB Scotty, so they're just ready to group up, basically. And now they're gonna force a go on Lumpy as well. Oh, he has no TP,
he can't
actually.
really escape from this one. Pops the BKB, gonna get stunned up by the egg. They still have so much damage for him. The Requiem, maybe it sends a few away, but look at how much damage he's already taken. Sure, he lives, but he's not coming back into this fight. SF still locked in. Pyke trying to turn through, but he's just dead. That's gonna be his first life. Moose goes down in the midst of the BKB. Watson is too damn strong. And Pyke, is this enough? Do they have the damage? They don't!
Nice try.
Almost had it. Still gets the kill. But man, they got the Aegis. They almost took away the SF for a second time, but you can feel it. Entity, they were never down. There was an extra life on the SF, but it didn't matter. They almost killed him twice just as fast.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And you know, this is kind of what I was talking about. Like the situation that led up to all this is that, you know, we talked about when you go for the Roche and you don't feel confident to go for towers, then it's sort of like kind of like a waste. And this is exactly what happened. All this 5-6 minutes that they had Aegis and had a lead, they were not really able to capitalize anything off it, and then it just kind of runs out into the sand, and then Entity hits their timing, and they just make the first move on you, and it's like you lost all this farm, you got this Aegis, but you didn't really use it, right? It's like they didn't get a single fight, they didn't hit a single tower with this Aegis, so it turned out to be just a complete waste.
That was even without... Oh. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Lumpy unfortunately dies on low ground. That was without the Underlord, by the way, for that fight. And now they're going to be sitting without the Dragon Knights. And oh no, not without a Snapfire too, please. Can we just get 5 people? 5 people on one high ground. That's all I want.
Yeah, it might be too late at this point, because they're going to lose the racks right here. There's no way they're defending without their DK and the Snap.
No, not at all. Once again, the push of this Terrorblade. High ground has seemed so mystical in this patch for so long. It seemed like the Roach banner solved it, but an even better solution might just be the Terrorblade.
Yeah, I mean, Entity might not even stop here. Even if they respawn, they still have quite a while on the meta, and they've really hit their timing.
Looking good. Have the BKB back up for this splash track as well. Pyke now pumping in the extra physical damage, but his team not able to step forward that much. There's an egg on the low ground. You don't want to step forward too high.
Oh, nice,
but oh, the stun in the midst of the dive. Maybe they have this. Going to be a stun coming in from both DM and the Leshrac. Lumpy forced upon the BKB, but they still want to fight. They still want to take down the Sand King. Looks like he'll get away just barely. They'll trade away for the Phoenix at least, but Lumpy, no BKB. Hard for him to fight this one any longer. The Mortar Mosquitoes are going to take some down, but Watson is just closing the gap, has this under, uses it right away. Basically a second life now for this Terrorblade. And I mean, this guy, he's got so much armor, and Pyke, he went all physical. He doesn't have it in the tank right now.
Yeah, Pyke does nothing to him, especially with this Sven Warcry undispellable, you know. TB already a really high armor target, and feels like they've kind of lost the timing once again for Beast Coast. I don't know how you're gonna get into a position where you can contest this Roshan now with with 2 racks down. It's gonna be very tough.
I mean, you almost want to build a Revenant's Brooch, but that item has been so dead.
Yeah, expensive also.
Yeah. That's not one you can just go to the grocery store real quick and pick up on the way home. That one you're gonna have to save up a lot for.
Fishman getting the drums. They're actually going for the double Shiva on Entity, which is probably a mistake, but I'm not sure it matters that much. You know, the armor components the armor components of it is still very, very strong. And
yeah.
Now Watson, if it didn't hurt before, now he has a Daedalus, and obviously there's not going to be any evasion on Beast Coast side, so he's going to be hitting for the full amount of damage on everybody.
Ugh. I want to say that a butterfly would be good from this SF, but I feel like the outgoing damage is really what's hurting them right now. They just need more. He is going to try to go for the butterfly. I don't know. Living isn't the issue. I mean, you have died a lot, but I don't think you have the damage right now to take these guys out. It doesn't matter how long you're alive for.
Yeah, it's true. Taking these heroes down is definitely not easy. And yeah, they're not even going to wait for Ocean. They're just going.
Yeah, dive through, Hex up on the SF, and he force stabs somebody, get him out of here. Pike, if he's dead, your fight is certainly gone. Watson with the instant double kill. There's no buyback on any of these heroes. They'll continue into the fountain. They have no fear. Watson will continue the onslaught. This Underlord will fall, and the rest of Entity safe in the enemy base. They'll start to knock on the tier 4s.
Damn. They just understand their timing so well. They've got everything ready, you know. As soon as they get the Phoenix Hex, they just go for a smoke and they commit, you know. This is what Entity does best right now. They understand their timings, they execute. So, really well done by them, I have to say. They look very strong.
They look strong indeed. Getting themselves a 2-0 here. Decisively both games.